So you probably got the worst credit in the world, and that's why you click into this video. I went from a 745 to a 631, but it doesn't matter because when I had a 745, which is actually probably the credit line or the credit score that you're probably looking for, I had a credit line of over 2,000. Now I'm at a 631, but I have a credit line of over $50,000. If that doesn't make sense to in your head, it's not supposed to. Watch my last video so you can actually understand why this doesn't matter in this way, right? Now, here's the deal. My name is TommyBryson. If you don't know me, you're gonna know me. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe and leave a big comment or like down below and tell me what you think about the video after you're done. Now, here's the deal. There are several factors that go into affecting your credit score in a negative way and in a positive way. But the first step that you do have to take is figuring out what your credit score is currently. Because you might have a good credit score right now and you don't even know, or you might have a really bad credit score and you're bragging and stuff, but you don't even know either, right? So the first step that I would recommend you to take is probably make a Credit Karma account. That's what I have, that's what I use, and then the Credit Karma is going to tell you your credit score is, and if your score is bad, here are the things that are probably affecting your credit score in a negative way. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you the following. I'm going to teach you how to get your credit score, how to fix your credit score, and what you can do to actually improve it, right? Which is basically all the important things. Now, here's the deal. After you go to Credit Karma and you see your credit score, you're going to want to see what's affecting your credit score. Now, there's a few things that actually affect your credit score, and this is what they are. So these are the 4 things that actually affect your credit score in a positive or bad way if you haven't been keeping up to it, right? Your credit history, your credit length, the length of time that you actually been building credit, it affects your credit score. So say, for example, you just opened up a credit card and that's your first sign of ever being like in a credit or whatever. If you have like a short time, it affects your credit score because people say like, why am I going to borrow? Well, I'm going to lend this guy money if he just started. You know what I mean? The second one is payment history. So if you have been using your credit card or whatever, if you're using whatever, or if you're taking like a phone out of T-Mobile or whatever, and you haven't been paying it and making your payments with your credit cards or anything, that affects your credit score like crazy. Second is hard inquiries. Hard inquiries are, for example, like if I go and I apply for a credit card, what they do is they check my credit score and everything like that, and they do like a hard inquiry. So they check out everything about my credit score, basically what I owe and everything like that. So that affects your credit score. Now, the third thing I think, right, is bankruptcy. If you have reported bankruptcy, like that's really a bad sign. And lenders usually get like really like psycho about that stuff. So you can bounce back from that, but it takes a little bit more time. And then fifth is your credit utilization. Fifth or fourth, who cares, right? But it's your credit utilization. And what that means, if you don't know what that means, is like, for example, it's like the amount of credit that you're actually using. So if you have a credit line of over like $1,000 and you're using like $100, that's actually perfect because like you always want to remain like around like less than 10%. Unless you have a business and you're constantly using it and you're constantly paying it off, then that's completely different. But all those little categories, subcategories actually go into your credit score. Now that you have the information of what's affecting your credit score and how to get your credit score and how to get all these details, which you can find in Credit Karma, like I said before, you gotta be listening, bro. Now, the second thing that you do want to do is to actually fix these problems that you're having is as follows. So step 1, right? After you figure out everything that's going on with your credit score through Credit Karma or Experian.com or any other place you can actually go and figure out like, hey, I have hard inquiries. Hey, I have this going on with my payments. Hey, I have too many credit cards. Hey, I don't have enough time with my credit cards. After you figure out all the things that are wrong with your credit card, you want to go to CFPB.gov, right? And this is what this is called. This is basically like what all those agencies that are charging you thousands of dollars to fix your credit score, this is where they go. And they file complaints and they do whatever they do in this website because this website is used for your protection. It's a Consumer Borrower Protection Federal, something like that. And once you go to the website, CFPB, I'm going to put a link to that below too, so don't worry about it right now. You go down there and you submit a complaint. And then throughout there, they're going to ask you like a questionnaire. And you can go and say, hey, there's a hard inquiry. This is this balance or whatever. And this doesn't add up. And guys, thirdly, is to figure out everything that's going on with your credit score and everything like that. You want to keep track of your shit, right? You don't want to be the type of person that's late on their payments. You don't want to be the type of person that's not like fulfilling their promises, basically. You know, because there's a lot of people out there, what they do is they mess up their credit scores, or they file Chapter 13 of bankruptcy or whatever, and they default on everything, and then they're like, oh my gosh, I want to fix it, what do I do? Like, nobody trusts you, bro. Nobody trusts you, bro, okay? So you want to make sure that you're keeping up to date with all your information and stuff. So what I like to do, this is some personal advice, what I like to do is, I like to set reminders on my phones. I like to make sure that I'm in contact with my credit cards and everything like that, and I actually have a good relationship with them. So, for example, when I was in high school, in college, when I was in college, I had like a I didn't have any money, and I had a credit card payment due. I called them up. I said, hey, I'm not going to be able to pay this month. Can you actually waive this month, right? Because I've been paying all of my fees, right? And they said, Tommy, okay, we got you. That never went on my credit score. And if you were wondering, I have 100% payments completed. I never missed a payment. I have all of my accounts are in good standing. So if you want to have a credit score kind of like mine, and you actually want to get to 745 or even high 800s or whatever, you want to make sure that, one, you're keeping track of everything that you're doing. If you have hard inquiries in your account or any outstanding balances in other places that you're doing or whatever, Credit Karma is going to show you. So make sure you get those paid. And if you don't have the money, call them up. Be a man about it. Be a woman about it. And say, hey, I can't pay you right now, but can we set up a payment plan? Because I don't want this to be affecting my credit score. Just be honest about it. Maybe don't be so honest about it because they're going to use this as leverage against you. But just say, hey, I want to fix this. I want to pay it. What can we do about it? And they'll probably work with you. And guys, if you like this video and you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe and leave a like down below. Now, I'm gonna be uploading videos every so often, every other day. So maybe tomorrow, the next day, or whatever. So keep tuned. If you want to know, because I'm not going to give you a time or whatever, make sure you're subscribed and turn on the notification bell. So when I do upload, when I want to, or when I can, or whatever, just to get notified and say, hey, Tommy uploaded something. Let me learn something. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Peace out.
You've got to start at the bottom.